somebody I wanted to talk about in this interview. We got to
Yeah, come on. We got
Sean
time.
Brady, little bit of a slime ball.
Go
You know,
ahead,
I
though.
texted you. I said now Sean Brady's calling for Usman. Let me tell you one other thing though. After
Yeah.
your fight, Ariel had him on. I feel like Ariel was like propping his ass up after like all that work you did and Ian did. Then
Uh-huh.
Ariel just throws Sean Brady on like the Monday after both of those fights take place. Like, what else is he trying to do? Anyway, first off, I would say this: Brady called out Ian back in the day and shit like that after his win. And then
Yeah, I remember.
Brady goes radio fucking silent when the UFC needs somebody to step in. Brady is nowhere to be found. And then he hops on Ariel's show as soon as both those fights are over. I'm just like, bro, like we haven't heard from you, man. And you're the one who called out Ian. And you didn't say shit. And then you went on Ariel's show and you said you wanted to fight in like January, February. Well, why did you want to fight in December then? That's like a month removed. And
Tell him, Jacob.
last
Get
thing,
him.
last thing,
No,
last
for real, for
thing.
real.
Well, let me say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Then Ariel said, "Who do you want to fight?" And this is where he was getting propped up. And he refused to say your name. He said, "Everybody but you." And then Ariel had to say, "Well, what about Joaquin?"
What did he say then?
He was like, "Yeah, Joaquin's good. It's just, it was one of those answers."
He don't want to fight.
It
Because I
wasn't
already,
like, "Oh, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, I forgot to say him."
don't forget, I pressed Sean Brady in person at the PI and was talking about, hey, bro, you need to unblock me from Instagram so we can make something happen, so we can get a fight going. And he talking about, man, that ain't how I promote, that ain't how I get down, whatever. And then actually his coach had to speak up for him too, right? Because he got real shot. I'm like, man, they really finna make me the bully out here. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't think Sean really built like that. John Brady's just not built like that. And then he saw his opportunity because I wasn't posting. He
That's what
like,
I feel like is the slime ball move. Is he's trying to slide in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, if you're trying to do that, all that to like slime around Joaquin, then just
it's
fight
like
him.
it's
He's
like
been
because you
calling you
might
out. He's been
slide
talking
because
shit.
you might slide right back into me into me. But regardless though, I feel like him and his fighting style is never gonna sell.
Okay.
So it's like he could do all the talking he want. He can have Ariel kind of put him up. He can have DC, you know what I'm saying? Like talking him up. It don't matter who it is. It's just like his fighting style don't sell, bro.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
All that
And
aside, I
it,
mean, go
and
ahead.
it's only memorable fight that I have on top of my head is when Bilal put his ass out with them pillow hands. You know what I'm saying? So he the first nigga to get knocked out in the pillow fight. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. So I feel like for me, Sean Brady never would want to fight me. Even if he got the contract in his face and in his hand. But his style alone, he's never gonna kind of crack that top three. Never.
Yeah. So I mean, but at the same time, right, with what you just said, he's still like trying to compete with you for these opponents and shit like that. So he's like right there, but like, you know what I'm
He ain't
saying?
right there. He ain't even part of the conversation. Now they was talking about how
Okay.
Ian Garry over me. Ian Garry over Sean Brady.
Well, okay, I think Sean Brady needs to fight Ian Garry. You called him out back in the day.
Yeah,
You went
100,
radio silent when the UFC needed you.
100. That's a perfect fight.
Right. And you called him out. Like that. I even DM'd his coach and I was like, yo, like
You better be careful, dog. They gonna be looking for you.
no, no, no. I'm not gonna tell you what he said, but I did DM him because I was so curious. And I'm like, yo, like this fight hasn't been offered to Brady. Like this hasn't been offered, and I'll leave that alone. But I
Nah,
did
I
ask
got,
just
I got.
because I was like, Brady called his ass out like 2 months ago. This is perfect for him if he wants to actually fight him.
Right. That's the thing. He don't, right, and he looking at, and that's the thing too, which I find funny, right? He don't want to fight Ian, and you called him out. You don't want to fight me, and I've been on your ass, right? Like tell you didn't wash your ass because you keep catching stab every time you in the gym. Like we are the engagers, right, to kind of push our fights. Kamaru Usman ain't said not one thing about Sean Brady.
Yeah, he's on his radar.
So why are you trying to, like build up the fight first, right? You have no build up for Kamaru Usman whatsoever because he ranked at a certain number. Like, come on now, it just
I
don't make
feel
no
like
sense.
the better move would have been like, I want to fight Usman. Joaquin's been calling for him, so let me fight Joaquin. That's like a storyline. But
There you go, but he don't want to fight me though.
yeah, and Brady doesn't really play that game like of the talking and stuff, and that's gonna hurt you in the long run. I feel like you gotta put these things out there, kind of.
Well, it's no. See, I'm gonna pause you right there. That's a lie. Because there's a lot of things that go on in the gym. There's a lot of confident things that people say, but they're not confident to say it to the world.
I agree. Okay, fair enough.
You don't have to be a shit talker to talk your shit, you know, and to be confident in yourself and thinking, you know, how your year finna go. Like everybody wants to see that. Like no matter how you give it to them, they just want to see like what you think and how you feel and what you're going through. Like even if you felt like, man, Buck, man, he's a dangerous fighter, but I know I can get him. You know, I think I can slow him down. I think I can take his back, and I think I can choke him out. Like that's how I feel like he'll talk. You know,
Right. That's what
you
I'm
can
saying. He
post it.
doesn't play the game as in like he doesn't say that. Like he doesn't say very much. You know what I mean? Like you got to play the like okay. I feel like he sees the game right, and he's like people like you got to. It's a popularity contest, and then he like nah, I don't want to partake.
But then you want to fight biggest fighter in
That's what
Kamaru.
I'm trying to say. You got to
Right.
fucking partake a little bit. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. So
So
yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. But Sean Brady for me, I feel like he just never gonna crack over that top, bro. Because his fighting style is just never gonna happen.
okay.
It's never gonna happen.